Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Six yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. To throw is Cousins. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
The first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's second and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Cousins now.
That's complete to K.J. Osborne. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On second and 11 now. Cousins.
Open man is Osborne. He's got it. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
That's a big conversion there on third down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a first and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal.
Cousins on the keeper, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon.
That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility had has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They'll give him 4 yards there. And 3rd and 8 now. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher, and that's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers.
Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Ball on the 8. 2nd and 2. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll run with Cook, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time.
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Kirk Cousins with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing is Rodgers.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Saints back at the 31.
James Lynch breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
I know we don't have a special scoreboard to show it, but the offense, they've surrendered more sacks than they have points thus far. This defense, they're winning in all phases of the game right now.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Rodgers going to throw.
Quick slant to Watson. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Throwing now is Rodgers.
Throw right side, going to be complete to DeGuara.
And it's a Packers touchdown.
Josiah DeGuara.
A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Nwonger now from his end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
Past midfield, almost to the 30 before being taken down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
But that was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate that was just incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Cousins. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out.
Joseph's got it.
And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
From the 27, Rodgers.
That's complete to Dobbs.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
One thing you're open for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It's a gain of a yard, and the Packers are going to have a first down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man and try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And he is going to have a Packers first down, and he's going to have it by plenty, able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Rodgers finds his man, Dobbs. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 19. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
It's Ross Blacklock who earns the sack.
And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And 3rd and 8 now.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this 3rd down play as we play 3 quarters.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Now a play fake. Rodgers.
This one swung out here to Jones. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
To throw is Rodgers.
Pass over the middle, tipped, but he still brings it in.
Touchdown! Sammy Watkins from 4 yards out.
And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Nwangu now from his end zone.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. The 40, Kene Nwangu. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Minnesota. A big-time special teams play here in the fourth quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time, that extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics friends. Those are your friends.
I'll claim them.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one. It might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Rodgers.
Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Ross Blacklock picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up the 3rd down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. Through the offensive coordinator, you like, look.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration is settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Now let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on 3rd.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for first.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Again, it's Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On second down, Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
Third down, here's a run by Cook.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. The kick by Joseph is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the fourth.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
And they're able to return this all the way up to the 45.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Open man, here is Cobb. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Rodgers to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Chandon Sullivan. And the Vikings come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win.